Hello, everyone. Today we have yet another exciting 70-star Pro League match. I am Good Grief, and with me in the commentator booth is one of the commentary legends himself, West Dog. How are you doing on this fine day today?
I'm doing well so far, Grief. Thank you for the lovely introduction. I must say you are butting into a very promising caster yourself, man. I've enjoyed listening to you commentate races, so it's a good honor to finally do one with you.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, if my speedrunning career fails, I have a fallback at least.
You're at least a decent level of runner, so that will definitely help you out with insight into the booth.
Oh, for sure. But anyway, did you want to say anything?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, yeah, pretty much probably where you were going. But anyway, speaking of insight, we've got let's take some insight and check out our competitors for the day. We've got on the left-hand side, Mr. Badroenis. Badroenis, welcome back from Pace, dude. How does it feel to be playing Mario again in your home environment?
Thank you. It feels pretty good, but I've actually changed my home environment because last pace around that time of the year, I was switching to a retro tank, and I was playing on that for all of 2023, which I can't say was that much, but that's what I was using. And then I was playing on a CRT at pace, and I went to turn on my retro tank like a couple days ago, and I was like, I don't like this anymore. I want to put my CRT back on the table. So I'm trying that out for this race. I guess I
Ooh.
can maybe show my setup there. That little guy um is what I'm going to be playing on today. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So if anything goes wrong, we can blame it on the CRT.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, and with Badronis introduced in the right corner, we have someone who is a pretty strong 70 runner in terms of consistency. Having a 49 is also nothing to laugh at either. So we have bombs. How are you doing on this fine night?
Hello, I'm doing good. I am ready to get a maybe decent time today.
All right, liking the sound of that. And with everyone introduced, we will just let the racers go to the menu select, verify that their file A is nice and clean, and then we can let race time send them off.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta switch my cart.
Just play with Usamuni. I'm sure people would be cool with it.
Yeah, you can do the intro skip.
Yeah. I mean, they let people do non-stop with Yusumu, so why not, I suppose.
Yeah.
Cartridge work. There we go.
It's me, Mario!
I'm I'm hearing Mario, but I'm still seeing the old screen of Mario taking a sleep in the dunes. Did your capture card freeze up or something, Badronis?
Um, you know what? Let me try. No, it should be refreshed. What's going on?
Oh,
It's just my USB 2. I could window capture Ignorac instead, but I'm not sure why this would not be updating. I've never noticed this happen before.
It's me, Mario!
Okay, well, I'll crop Amarek real quick.
Yeah, Samarak, a very controversial piece of software nowadays.
What's wrong with it?
I mean, there's that half who don't mind it. I'm part of that group, and then there's that other half who just absolutely despise it. I guess more polarizing than controversial.
I think polarizing is a good word.
Yeah.
I'm one of the. I don't know. I don't tend to complain too much about technology unless it's like really bad. But like, America is just kind of bad. It's
Yeah.
just old, not necessarily even that bad. It does the job.
At the end of the day, we all just want to get our races and PBs running smoothly without any of that mental overhead for tech issues. But with that, it looks like everyone's ready, and race time shall send them off, as mentioned before.
Alrighty, good luck. Have fun, Ben.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck to the both of you. This will be a pretty exciting race.
I think
I
it'd be
sure
like a 3, 2, 1. It just said good luck, have fun. Like,
Well, that's just stupid.
It's me,
I was waiting for
Mario.
like the countdown. All right, I will definitely see you guys at the other end.
Bye.
Why?
All right,
All
now
right.
that both the runners are gone, we can start talking mad crud about them.
Oh, yeah. So, Badroenis is on the Japanese cartridge. That will give bombs 2-second advantage, and Badroenis has to be wary if he does opt to do SSL secrets via double Tama plus. Because sound glitch is a very bad thing that kills runs.
Most definitely, yes, I would agree. I think most people would agree. Sound glitch is absolutely atrocious, and I think we'd probably have to question the mental sanity of anybody who enjoyed sound clip. But unfortunately, Badronis is not
Oh.
enjoying that Lakitu attempt as Bombs goes right over and is taking the lead just like that.
Like, it's a seemingly simple trick because you see a lot of people hit it, but it does get you here and there, no matter what skill level you're at.
Mhm. Even the top runners reset to Lakitu. It may be it may be one of the more simple tricks, but it doesn't mean it's free. Nothing is ever truly free in the world of Mario 64.
Oh yeah, especially if you do like that fancy strat where like you're diving on the bridge and doing a speed kick to the door.
Mm-hmm.
People have ways to make the simplest strats complicated for that juicy bit of time save.
Yeah, that is why I hope to never become a top-level competitor, because I couldn't imagine having to shave off half a second at a time.
It's definitely not an easy thought experiment. Like, you could be spending a while on major time saves until you have to do micro optimizations, and I wouldn't even know where to begin personally. Bomb's not quite getting Salt Plus, unfortunately.
Yes, as we are seeing a divergence in routes here, we're seeing Badronis going for Womp's Fortress 9 and Bombs going for Womp's 8. But, you know, honestly, Grief, after all this time, I still don't even know what the time difference is between Womp's 9 and Womp's 8.
It's about 0.7 seconds, but as you hear, kind of a negligible time save. And I think Binny does like a version of IHOP route where it's Womp's 9 and doesn't do like the slide first, so you can go a long time with Womp's 8, honestly.
Wow. Yeah, and I'm guessing what the 0.7 is just castle movement.
Yeah, mostly. Badronis, oh, not quite getting Pro Cycle. very difficult to pull off. The timing is so tight. Respect to him for going for it in a race.
Falling down, unfortunately, rubbing up against that pole, not quite able to
Oh.
get enough speed as he's deciding to just opt for the slope kicks. Not able to make it there, so he's going to be going for poverty half cycle.
Yeah. Bombs is having the same idea, considering he has been wrought with that same misfortune.
Oh my goodness. What a bonk from Badroenis.
Yeah. Like, Womps is like an early game stage, but it is far from being easy. It is in fact one of the hardest stages in 70, I'd argue. Like, you have imposing tricks like Cannonless and Owlless, and you have technical movement like 100 coin.
Yeah, being right at the beginning of the run, it almost gives you the illusion that it's very much safe. The thing with Womp's Fortress is it's just become so incredibly optimized. Now for a top level 70 run, you got to go for double jump Owlless, Salt Cannonless, Pro Cycle 100 coins. I mean, I don't know if it's just because it's the way Womps is constructed here, Bombs, but or not. Sorry, Bombs. Good grief. I don't know why I just called you Bombs. I'm looking at the name Bombs, that made my brain turn off. But grief. You think we've incredibly optimized Womps just because it's the very beginning stage of the game, or do you think that is just Womp's Fortress itself?
Yeah, it's probably because it's the beginning of the game. Like, I remember back in the old 120 days when this was done in the middle of the run. But then when Sig Glemick got into the picture, he just put Womps in the beginning because of Cannonless. And this was back in the dark ages when he had nothing but OG Kless to work with.
Oh yeah, either that or the fast cannon shot. But yeah, if you're really going for Cannonless, you're just going for OG.
Yeah, pretty much. And I feel like ever since that, like, Womps was just that token beginning stage that people go hard on, because not much time lost if you reset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, could you imagine doing this stage at the 52-star mark in a 120 run now?
With all the strats that we have now, absolutely not.
Yeah. It's honestly insane. But anyways, I think that wraps up Womps for Bombs. Yep, going for the slide now. Get your slide predictions in chat for Womps' slides.
Yeah, so Bombs, I would say, is at least an entire Fortress star ahead of Badroenis at this point. Slide prediction, I'm going to guess, let's see, 49, 41. I'm going to guess a 13 flat.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess maybe 12.8 and 12.9.
You're going to take two numbers? Well, then, shit. All right, well, it's too late for me now.
Oh, I got the first one!
Yep. All right, now second slide time. I'm going to pick 12.9.
Alright. I predicted the same, so let's see if it works out for both of us.
Badroenis gets a nice triple jump slide, just stays on the edge of that platform to get up there and get the star. So now he's just about a slide and some castle movement behind Bombs. So he gets the jump off, making contact with the wall at 10 flat. 12.9.
Both my predictions were right. Do I get VIP for CCG?
Because you picked two numbers. That kind of I don't know if I'd give as much credit because you covered a little bit more bases with two predictions. But we could say as a team we got it right because this go around this commentator did guess the 12.9. Yeah. So you know what? We should both get VIP for being so smart. You know what? There's another 12.9 there. You guessed Bomb's 12.9 and I guessed Badroenis' 12.9. Clearly we know what we're talking about here.
All right. Oh yeah, it's you too. Yeah.
Yeah, just gift us a membership, Saren. Once the channel becomes partner.
Yeah, it's all good. Alright. Oh, missing the reds there. That does not lose much time, but it can be a rather tilting mistake to make, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness. Badroenis even having a shocked look on his
Ooh.
face that he didn't just accidentally bonk off the tower there.
But still getting the text box, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Bomb's going for the regular coin grab with what looks like the box rollout camera. Alright, let's see. Ooh. Bomb's kind of getting Zaya cycle there. Definitely went for that gap jump you do when you do Zaya. That is a bit of a decent time save. Ooh, slipping on the spire, which results in Badroenis losing out on Shig. Tragic. Badroenis getting a little in between of Shig and normal cycle.
Ooh, double firsties from Badroenis. Love to see that.
Yeah, the coveted strat that 16 runners are insistent on going for.
Oh, as Badroenis gets a Bowser boogie.
Oh, but not quite capitalizing on this opportunity.
At least he makes the throw.
Yeah, for sure. Nothing more annoying than a missed throw in the Dark World.
True. Alright, so Badroenis has got about a 31-second deficit to bombs right now.
Yeah, kind of a good demonstration on how PBs aren't necessarily an end-all when it comes to races. Yeah, bombs with the 49. Yeah, holding up so well so far. Ooh, not quite getting the quick box break there, but making it work, thankfully.
I'm trying to think that I remember the last time I commed for CCG, I also did a Badroenis matchup, but I can't remember if his opponent had a faster PB or a slower PB, but either way, you're exactly right. Don't let the PBs fool you. It's more of a case of their potential than anything else, as bombs accidentally falls down on the platform there, so not quite able to capitalize on all the time saved from pro wall kick strat, but good recovery, as Badroenis now finds his way into the Mountain of Coolness.
Yeah, that is a thin bridge to work with, so that mistake is more common than you'd think, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry. Oh!
Oh, wow. Good backup. Good backup. Yeah, no worries. You just beat me to the punch on the play-by-play. It's all good.
As long as the play was seen, that's all that matters.
Exactly. Yep. So Badroenis opting for CCM 18, as we see here. No worries about sound glitch. Ooh!
Ooh!
Good recovery. I'm really in sync today.
Yeah, commentators are truly one brain cell fused together. We've gotten the slides correct. We are calling exactly the same thing. I mean, it's like, who even is who right now? Maybe I'm actually good grief.
And maybe I'm West Dog, you know?
Whoa. Or could we come,
Future's crazy.
or could we join forces and become Good Dog?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the better portmanteau. Oh, Badroenis not quite getting that chimney jump. He went for the difficult one that the top runners go for. That is definitely not an easy one to pull off.
How do you pronounce that word again, Greeth? You said portmanteau?
Yeah, portmanteau.
Portmanteau, okay. I just learned that, nice slide skip there from Badroenis. I just learned that term not too long ago, or if I did, then I relearned it because of the Barbenheimer craze going on in the United States. So just glad to hear it brought out in regular conversation, so I don't forget it.
It is honestly insane how much traction the Barbie movie's getting before it drops. You know?
Speaking of drops, looks like there was some frame drops going on. I don't know if that was on commentator's end or the stream end. We'll have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah. That's actually what the screensavers and the CCG layout's good for, to determine whether it's like the racer streams or the CCG stream itself. So not only does it have a super nice aesthetic, it's also a good indicator on what to troubleshoot for technical difficulties.
Good to know. Never even thought to look down there.
Yeah. It ain't just for show, let me tell you that. Okay, bombs wrapping up. Oh, not. Oh. Yeah, keeping it together. I think that's a wrap for BBH on Bombs' end.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they did go for CCM 17, so now they're already on their way into shifting Sagland.
Yeah. Has to commit to double pillarless. Tama in particular, if you want to save time with this route.
Oh, Badroenis not quite able to get the wall kick there. Does get a fast recovery, but just another micro slip of the Mario on the time there for Badroenis. Oh,
That
good punch grab from Bombs.
Oh yeah. That wall kick in BBH you mentioned earlier is harder than it looks. Especially if you're going for the fence clip, then it is stupidly precise. Yes, Aaron, the backgrounds are amazing. The effort was definitely worth it. Oh, first plus looking clean.
Nice.
Opting for secrets, which I find interesting in a race setting, because I think it's better to go for the simpler star in case second plus doesn't go too well.
I guess it's just a personal preference. Maybe that's what Bombs goes for and runs, and it's what they're comfortable with and what they want to opt in for. And also,
Yeah.
could you imagine if, say, plus weren't to go well, and all of a sudden they're finally in the pyramid after, say, like the third try of getting pillarless for that second time, and then they had to deal with secrets, and then that kind of, you know, hits the bed. But fortunately, beds aren't getting hit as he does get in on pillarless second try. Sorry, Grief, go for it.
Yeah, it is a convincing argument. And Secrets First is actually proper in a PB grind setting, because if you waste both your backups and do, like, inside the pyramid first, you'll have to contend with a tornado during your last shot at plus. So in most scenarios, like, Secrets First is good, but in a race it's more debatable. Yeah. Badroenis' one and only plus he has to do going well.
At
Like,
least it's out of the way.
Honestly, the races I've been commentating for the Pro League, plus has been pretty clean. Some mishaps here and there, but Definitely on the better end.
I guess that's why it is the pro league. The pros just make it look so simple.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I've committed a lot of time to Tama Plus myself, and you can get a good consistency with it if you know what to correct and stay on top of practicing it. Alright, both of these racers about to be in LLL. Bomb's already in LLL, obviously, and I think we'll see some divergence in how they collect stars specifically. So we see Bombs going for the volcano stars right away. Okay.
Oh my goodness, how did that work?
Yeah, that's like an interesting camera setup. Like that looks like Pro Cam with Pro Boost with like 2 cam or something. Either way, good stuff. Definitely not an easy strat. Ooh, getting trolled by the fireball, and thus the cycle trolling him indirectly. Oh.
I was just about to make a comment how Badroenis made the very bold move to not go for reds out of the gate in Lethal Lava Land. Despite being the simplest star in the stage, you always see people go for it first because they claim a proper camera setup with that initial text box. But maybe there's another reason. Maybe if you just don't go for LLL reds first, then, you know, stuff like that can unfold.
Yeah, but the camera thing definitely has some validity to it. A lot of these strats require fairly intricate cameras, and that pesky text box is a real distraction. Alright, looks like Badroenis got his lava boost down without any issue.
As both these guys are just cooking it up real hot here in Lethal Lava Land. Fortunately, no... Oh my god, I was about to say no lethal actions have been taking place yet as Badroenis gets a couple booty burns, but he's okay. Everything's fine. He can afford one more booty burn now to go get this elevator star.
Yeah.
Just
Gotta love
missing.
how...
Oh, sorry.
Go for it.
Because he just missed out on side flip, but fortunately was able to avoid the flame. Sorry, go for it.
Yeah, that side flip is harder than it looks. Like, you need like a specific camera to get a good viewing on it, and on top of it, like, the timing of the side flip and the positioning matters a lot. Not easy.
Badroenis not able to get the long jump off of the edge there, but does have enough speed to use the booty burn to get onto the platform. Does fortunately get the quick long jumps up the collapsing staircases. He's now only 1 star behind Bombs, who's now making their way to dire docks.
Very dire indeed. Because you have to contend with some swimming. Requiring some precise rhythm. Ooh, not... No!
No! And there's the fatality in Lethal Lava Land. It is now officially Lethal Lava Land instead of Lava Land.
Yeah, the curse had to happen for the sake of maintaining titles, I suppose. It is still painful, though. Good bully kill, though. Or bullies.
Bombs gets a good set of chests there.
Yup. Turnaround at the end of that 4th chest was a bit dicey, but made it work quite well.
Badroenis is getting a very uncharacteristic bonking off of that wall there, not able to get the dive rollouts he is looking for. So we now see bombs making their way to the sub. It's looking like I'm gonna guess that they're swimming on the right side. They're gonna be opting for no, they are going for back sub.
Yeah, front sub's very high risk, low reward in 70. You usually only see people who got 47s go for it. And then I think also Wilco, who has like a 48-55, goes for it too, but you don't see it often.
Shoutouts to Wilco.
Yeah, probably one of the most dedicated Mario 64 runners, honestly. Man. It's insane how much time that whirlpool can lose just trying to suck you in doing chests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the greater things I've come to appreciate since switching to console as well is really taking into account just how much things have lag. In emulator, you could really care less. You just keep going about your day, but when you turn on Usamuni, you see how many lag frames quickly build up just because you're looking a little bit at the whirlpool in your camera. You realize, oh my gosh, I never even thought about people rotating their cameras to look away from that thing. This is ridiculous. I could be losing literal seconds just from having the whirlpool in my peripheral vision.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on the DDD sub. Yeah, so many polygons dedicated to this one-off gimmick DDD that you'll just never see again once Fire C's done with. Alright. Bombs, looks like he's making early Ellies. That is 20 seconds he gets to keep.
Very nice. With a nice little side flip to conclude with the 8th red, as we now see Badroenis missing out on some rings here from the Manta, but that 5th ring really deciding to chill as Bombs does not ground pound the red coin star and takes a very long jump. Oh my goodness!
Almost did it again! Okay, thankfully getting the star.
I mean, I've heard of throwing for content. I didn't think that meant you have to throw yourself off the edge to make it happen.
Times are rough, Wes. You gotta do what you gotta do for that viewer engagement.
Well, you know, this is an engaging race already as it is, Bombs, because as anybody in the world should know, only at youtube.com/@CoolCatGang will you be able to find some of the greatest races between Mario 64 and Super Mario Odyssey throughout the internet.
Yeah. Yep, so as I bombs here and commentating, I do agree. Subscribe to this channel if you want some more Mario content. You definitely won't regret it.
And also remember to like the stream while you're at it as well. I don't think the YouTube algorithm does a great job at promoting live streams in the recommended section. So let's show the world, and perhaps anybody out there looking at Mario videos, that we could get the live streams recommended as well.
Yeah. It is unfortunate. YouTube is videos first, live stream second kind of service.
I suppose it makes sense. You know, they have such a huge legacy being just standard video content that live stream is.
Badroenis missing the throw. Sorry to cut you off, but this is just too tragic not to cover.
No, absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Sorry, I'm just rambling on. I think I'm still in 120 comm modes right now, Grease, where I'm just used to trying to fill in the action because you really don't know what's about to unfold. But now we're getting into now with 70, you gotta remember anything could happen at any given moment.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a good skill to have. Like, if I ever comm like a 120 LTA someday, that is a skill I gotta temper myself. Mostly to people who are already subscribers. Yeah, I guess that's one way to put it.
So I guess that's just that's just a way of saying if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. Perhaps Saren could let us know that maybe something like over 65% of you watching the stream aren't subscribed.
Oh, we're doing this thing now.
We could.
Yes, Aaron, you wanna pop up like the bar graph that indicates like the subscriber stat?
Badroenis taking an interesting route to get these the start of these 100 coins. The camera might have been tilted one notch too much, so he had to go around. But I do appreciate some swag killing of the Skeeter there.
And on the positive side, with the Skeeter already down, you could just focus on the boost without distraction. While Bomb's pulling off triple jump wall kick without an issue, getting the early box break too. That is a nice time save indeed. Alright. So
See bombs. I'm sorry, go for it.
Nah, this is more important. Oh, Bomb's not quite making triple jump wall kick for top of town. Setup looking a bit too scuffed, unfortunately. But getting this neat movement that goes directly on the spinning platform.
Mm-hmm. That movement looks so cool, honestly. I think in the pursuit of a new 70 PB, I may want to learn that.
It could definitely be more worthwhile than triple jump wall kick for that star. Because damn, that strat is hard, and it takes a lot of work to be consistent with. Ooh, not quite getting the triple jump to the ramp. Still commit. Oh, not anymore. You really got to be picky with your triple jump wall kick setups. There's so many ways it can fail. You really got to analyze the signs. Swallow your pride if it doesn't go well, because the price for not doing so is severe.
Now we come into Tiny Huge Island for the Secret Star here for Bombs, as they unfortunately bonk off that third Secret, but not too much harm there. Now let's just see if they connect on the jump, and it looks like they're going to.
Alright. Still a pretty solid Secrets on Bombs' part.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure, Saren. Bombs is demonstrating his skills and consistency.
I don't know what their PB pace looks like, but I gotta say, just probably based on, what was that, like a low, maybe a mid-30 exit out of Wet Dry World, Bombs is probably on a low, like, probably gotta be on a 50, maybe 51 pace.
Yeah, those are pretty good times to get for a race where you only get one shot, where your mistakes and womps, you can't reset over them. Ooh, not quite getting that gaining entry. No big deal.
Oh, as Badroenis gets a rare zero frame on the wall kick there. This has honestly got to be one of the most brutal examples I've seen recently about just participating in a race. Is that Bombs is, oh, Badroenis not quite able to get the long jump out of that clip. Another example of what I'm trying to touch up on. It seems like Badroenis is just cascading into an avalanche of all these little mistakes that just keep piling up time loss after time loss. And Bombs, meanwhile, is just going with the flow, and these now find their way into Tall Mountain after this toad.
Yeah. And, like, to address your earlier point, I think a zero frame is better in THI than when you're doing, like, bits moving left or moving right, honestly.
Badroenis just got bodied by a little Goomba. Everything in this game is out to get him.
Upstairs is definitely not in. Ooh. Meanwhile, Bomb's not quite getting that mountain clip. Like, the mountain clip itself is not too bad with enough practice, but the movement after can be cool, especially if you do log wall kick.
You know, that was the best of the worst there, honestly. Honestly, Grief is Badroenis,
Oh.
unfortunately getting the worst of the worst, sliding over the pipe there, but touching back up on bombs. If there was any place to go wrong with the log wall kick as he succeeds with it this go around, it was right there in the very beginning, so you could just land right on top of the box and just get the backup immediately.
Yep, for sure. And there's also reds if you unfortunately make that mistake twice. Like, it would suck for PB pace, but to finish a run, which is necessarily in a race setting like this, it does come in handy.
Bombs unfortunately not getting mountain clip that go around, so now it looks like they're going to back this up with reds. Let's see if Badroenis might be able to make us some time here with a couple of good mountain clips.
Oh, not quite getting the pro side flip at the end. That is harder than it looks, honestly, so credit to Bombs for trying to go for it. Oh, fairly clean looking mountain clip. Credit to Badroenis.
So he gets the waterfall star with ease, and now let's see if they are able to capitalize on another good mountain clip here. Oh, not quite instant, but only needed a little bit of a swim to get through.
Oh, Bombs did the backup at least. That backup is hard, and all the times I tried it, I have never landed it.
Co-commentator unfortunately missing out on the backup. What happened on the bomb side of the screen?
Yep, so like, you know how you do your log wall kick? You barely missed the ledge grab.
Oh, they were able to jump up and save themselves on the little slope?
Yeah, they did a wall kick to get the height to get that ledge grab.
Amazing.
Yeah. Very difficult to pull off.
And speaking of difficult to pull off, at least this average speedrunner over here still does not know how to get that quick breeze jump, and Bombs just makes it look like a breeze. Pun absolutely intended.
Meanwhile, like, as with Badroenis being behind, he still demonstrates a pretty clean TTM reds, getting that pro side flip at the end. Definitely has some tricks up his sleeve. And even if, like, Bombs is looking to be the more consistent racer of the two, that means Badroenis, with his high PB, has got some more risky tricks that'll just look cool when pulled off, right? Ooh, not quite getting... but pulling it off quite well, thankfully. Ooh, that chuck is looking close, but thankfully doesn't clip out of bounds.
Yeah. You know, all things considered, I'd say with those good mountain clips there from Badroenis, he probably gained something like 20 seconds or so on Bombs, so it's still Bombs has still got a wide gap in front of him, but they gotta be careful. Maybe just take it ironically a little bit slower and safer, because Badroenis is getting hot on his tail as he is now going for head star, but gets zero framed again.
Don't know about zero frame as much as it is just him getting stuck in that little crevice below the bridge. But still unfortunate. Badroenis going for like a difficult strat where you don't adjust the camera at all to make it easier on yourself, so it does take a lot of effort to pull off Snowman's head. Oh, okay. So, Bombs on his way to HMC. But the 2 stars that Badroenis has to catch up on is fairly short, so not a blowout yet.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. Little shaky camera setup here from Bombs, having to, adjust himself and just go grab Mips in front of SSL.
Yeah, knew how to back it up at least. You really don't want to run around in circles with Mips. You just don't want it to do that.
Badroenis gets a decent bully star. Still, I'm trying to do the math. Still about a minute or so behind Bombs, but Badroenis is at least picking himself up a little bit here, and I think has been slightly recovering upstairs.
Don't forget Tippy's still a thing.
True.
Oh, barely grabbing that star. Kind of looked like he might have bonked on the floor there for a moment.
Yeah, I'm noticing Bombs has been alternating between Lakitu and Mario Cam. I've never seen anybody do that for the Beast in the Cavern stars. We just saw them do it, go into Mario Cam right as they're going for the dive grab. So, interesting little cinematography from Bombs.
Yeah, so, like, with how you learn this game, just all these resources available, like, some people just do their own thing when one thing doesn't click, so you'll see a myriad of different camera setups amongst the different runners for all these different stars. Oh, not quite having a good angle for box jump, but the second try is looking good. Doing a second try is not easy since your camera is so altered at that point.
Yeah, good backup there from Badroenis' Bombs is now only 1 star away from getting out of the haziest of caves.
With Badroenis having 3 more to go. Oh, not quite getting the GTM slide, unfortunately.
Woo! Just missing that boulder, too.
Yeah. This is just one of the worst simple stars you could do. Rolling rocks. That boulder RNG could just set you back.
And now we come to the tippy top of the castle.
Badroenis pulling off the ground pound backup wall. Still a decent Christmas miracle.
You know what makes me sad, Grief, is they call this stage Rainbow Ride, but yet these are rainbows I'm not used to looking at here. They go up and down all over the place. It's not a perfect arc like here on Earth. It kind of makes me want to spend a day in the Mushroom Kingdom just to understand how the laws of rainbows work.
Yeah, Bomb's not quite getting Laka bounce. Killing Lakitu with the turnaround strat. Having to back it up with a somewhat rough Reds. But if Rainbow Ride impresses you, you should check out the various rainbow roads in Mario Kart.
That is true. Rainbow Road is one of the greatest stages in Mario Kart history. That's why they keep bringing it back in many different versions. As we see, Bombs going for Lakitu bounce this go around and does get on it with a good pole grab. So as we see him wrapping up Cruiser here, Greeth, I want to ask you, what is of all the Rainbow Roads, which game version is your favorite soundtrack?
Which game version?
Yeah.
Yes. So I think in terms both of track quality and the music, I'd say Rainbow Road 3DS goes hard. And it's especially amazing with the Mario Kart 8 DLC that dropped back in 2022. Rainbow Road 3DS did make the cut. And that was super hype.
Oh my goodness, I was just losing my mind here as bombs was all over the place, getting ready for swinging in the breeze there, and Badroenis gets a nice Lakitu bounce first, try to make up some ground. I did not realize 3DS actually had a banging soundtrack. I'm actually gonna make a note of that right now and listen to it after we're done commentating this race. Oh, Badroenis!
Yeah. Well, Saren, you definitely got to get on the other 4 waves that have released. There are some quality tracks waiting for you. Alright. Bomb's having first blood on TTC. Another difficult stage, but I have... Yeah, I like it more than Rainbow Ride, that's for sure. Ooh, Bomb's getting that difficult wall kick to get those 2 reds faster.
Electing for the safety reds, nothing wrong with that. Oh, wow, I'm surprised they even knew to ground pound there with that camera.
Yeah, if you practice TTC 100 a fair bit, you can back up that part well with all these scuffed cameras. I've done it a bunch of times before.
As Badroenis, I'm just seeing, unfortunately took a spill in Rainbow Ride. They got the hard part of Pro Tricky Triangles, but they try to jump kick across the platforms. And speaking of jump kicks, another one there, unfortunately. Oh my goodness.
The downward spiral, you hate to see it. I can relate. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I'm gonna say something stupid.
Yeah. But I can relate to that, Wes, because I have learned taking a fall on the flame shooter. How unfortunate. But yeah, someone who's recently grinded Pro Triangles for a while, it's really infuriating to get the hard part down, only to mess up the easy part. Oh, Bomb's missing flippies. Have to take the long way around. This is actual pandemonium right now. Both racers just struggling. But both getting their respective stars in sync at the very least. Alright. Badroenis just struggling with Pro Triangles. That long jump is punishing. You really need a specific angle to get that ledge grab. Alright. Not gonna say anything yet. And Badroenis. Oh
My goodness. Just when you think the coast is clear. Oh my goodness.
I'm still in my 20s. My heart can't be played with like this.
No, if anything, this is the perfect time to get your heart played with, Grief. It's the moment you start getting out of your 20s that you got to start worrying about any spikes in the heart rates.
Ooh, I will be sure to take note of that.
And if you don't, I don't blame you. You're still in your early 20s.
Not early 20s. Alright, so Bomb's having a fair lead on Badroenis, but both in TTC. A lot of Ooh, taking a bonk on that pendulum, unfortunately. Thankfully not falling. Oh, getting trapped. Oh. Badroenis trying to wing it there, not quite working out for him, unfortunately. Ugh. So easy to spiral in TTC 100. And with that, I think Bombs is the first exit TTC. Looks like he's a Toad Lake kind of person. Oh, that rollout not working out for Badroenis, but thankfully the walkway saving him there. Alright. So, Bomb's on his way to bits. Last stage, but certainly not the least. Still difficult in its own right. Alright, looking good so far. Okay. Going for standing left. Works.
There we go.
Okay.
Whoa! Okay. Really deciding not to risk it for the biscuit there with the Goombas just chilling onto the side. Gotta respect that.
Yeah. Those Goombas play too much melee. They edge guard way too much.
Besides, Goombas are immortal. Even if a Goomba dies, they get reincarnated as a boost, so they don't care about really laying it all on the line. Just
Oh,
like
not quite for the first throw, unfortunately.
Bob's got it all on the line right now for these throws. First one was wide right, but second attempt is good. There's one.
Yep. Good re-grab. That is 2.
And that's gonna be just wide left.
Not quite. I was unsure. Those are generous hitboxes on the bombs. Oh, yep, that's a bit too far, right? A bit too far to the left. A bit too far to the left. And
There we go.
just right. Bombs getting the last throw in, being the winner of this Pro League 70-star race. Give a GG's in the chat for Bombs. Meanwhile, I think Badroenis is thrown in the towel, not sure. Nope, he is still going.
Yeah, don't know if he's paying attention to the race or not, but he is still powering through.
Yeah, so... But, oh, Flippies has just been brutal to Badroenis. Oh.
Tippy been very, very cruel.
Oh, yeah. But he is still determined to get this run finished. Let's give him a good send-off.
Which now we've got Bombs joining us here in the booth. Bombs, congratulations on the victory there. Up until we got to, I'd say, Tall Mountain, you were rocking there. Were you by chance on PB pace at all?
No, I was never on PB pace. I was plus 18 before TTM, and then I started molding really badly, specifically in TTM. Apparently the third easiest stage, and TTC. I've been having really bad TTC recently, just like not a single good one in a run, so that's bad.
It is certainly not an easy stage.
But besides that, it was actually a really good run. Before TTC, my best possible time was 50.08, so it was pretty possible for me to get a 51x. But I just could not pull off the TTC. or the or the bits for that matter.
Yeah, definitely no easy feat under pressure. Still, GG's on your win. Congrats. So, let's see Badroenis do his version of bits now. He's still determined to finish. Gotta like that grit. Oh, not quite getting the speed kick over the gap, unfortunately. That is a hard one to pull off. Going for moving right. Oh, not quite. Has to settle for standing left. Gets it, thankfully. Yeah. An off cycle with those elevators. Badroenis taking it nice and safe. All right, down the throws for Badroenis now.
Is there any benefit to just completing a run regardless of time in the pro league, or is this just for pride at this point?
I mean, not even pride. It's just practice, really.
I think the CCG guidelines are like, yo, you should probably finish the race.
That's 2 for Badroenis. Oh, barely off the third bomb, unfortunately.
Not a bad guideline there from CCG. Everybody knows all the cool cats would not do a very uncool thing and not finish a run, especially when you can keep going for the golds. Unfortunately, Badroenis definitely not getting golds on this split with 3 missed Bowser throws.
Oh, Badroenis looking like he's suffering. 2 too far to the left, 1 too far to the right, and this one is just right. That is the third throw for Badroenis. Give a GG's in the chat for having the determination to finish this race. Definitely deserves it. And that concludes this race. Bomb's taking the L, but Badroenis still putting up a valiant effort. That is respectable, and it's
I don't want to hear anything good about my. I don't want to hear anything good about my run. Just let me die in peace, please. Alright.
So how did you feel about that race, Badroenis? I want to hear all the fine details.
Before we get into Badroenis, just want to say it's the top of the hour, and I do unfortunately have another time commitment. Just glad to see the end of the race. Badroenis, regardless, GG's, dude. Glad you at least finished run. Bombs, GG's on your race. Grief, thanks for the good co-com, Siren. Love you, buddy. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
Later, Wes.
Alright. Am I free to go?
Yeah.
Was that your interview?
The things, look. Alright, if I'm gonna say, what I'll say is this, like, you know, I didn't have expectations, but like, whenever I'm in a race, I feel like I have to live up to some, like, idea that people have that, like, I'm a good player. And I feel like every time I have a race, I just end up confused as to why anyone thinks I'm good at the game. Like, it's really, really annoying. And like, I really just I don't want to say it. I'm just gonna let it go. But I'm sorry to waste your time, but congrats on the win, and thanks for commentating and everything.
Here we
Eh.
I will go later.
Yeah. Still showed off some pretty nice strats. But yeah, with that, the race is concluded. And yep, don't forget to subscribe to the CCG channel if you want to see more of these and be notified promptly. And yeah, that's pretty much the race. We actually have another race